Hey everyone, it's Samantha. From a Hollywood hottie that ruined her career to an actor who demands insanely high compensation for hardly any of his time. These are celebs nobody wants to work with.
Number 12. Lindsay Lohan. First up on our list of difficult celebrities to work with is Lindsay Lohan.
You probably know this iconic redhead from her early movies like The Parent Trap and Mean Girls, but as she got older, she became increasingly hard to be around on set.
One of the producers from the film Georgia Rule, James G. Robinson, sent Lohan a letter in 2006 regarding her lack of professionalism during the making of the movie. He noted that the star was late to set nearly every day, didn't show up one of the days, and didn't have plans to work the following day because she claimed that she wasn't feeling well. Despite Lohan and her representatives' attempts to blame her absence on illness, Robinson said that they knew it was because she was partying heavily at night, and they wouldn't accept her excuses. The letter further stated that if Lohan failed to show up on time and honor her contract, then the production company would proceed to sue her. Even Jane Fonda, who played Georgia in the film, went to Lohan's trailer to reprimand her. Sources from other movies and shows she's been in have reported Lohan's terrible behavior as well, including Glee, the anger management TV series, and The Canyons. It seems that Lohan's most significant issue is not showing up at all, but this celebrity has also been accused of stealing numerous times. She allegedly stole a fur coat at a party in 2008, clothing worth thousands of dollars from a model's closet around the same time, expensive jewelry from Ariel de Pinto's showroom in 2009, and a $35,000 Rolex in 2010. If that isn't enough to make you see why she's difficult to work with, then it's also worth noting that Lohan can't remember her lines during live shows, like during her Saturday Night Live appearance in 2012. Number 11. Megan Fox. This gorgeous star gained most of her recognition after starring alongside Shia LaBeouf in 2007's Transformers. I mean, who could forget the denim miniskirt-wearing brunette working on a car at the beginning of the film? Unfortunately, Fox's role in the movie was the downfall of her career, as much as it was the start of her fame. Transformers director Michael Bay and Megan had a feud that negatively affected her reputation as an actress. She was quoted saying that Bay was a tyrant on set. Her comments upset Bay and the executive producer, Steven Spielberg. The former stated that Fox wasn't the easiest to work with either, noting that she was always on her phone and unfocused. She added that Spielberg told him to fire her right away, which eventually happened, and she was replaced with Rosie Huntington-Whiteley for Transformers: Dark of the Moon. Crew members from the franchise's second movie, Revenge of the Fallen, backed up Bay's claims and said that she was grumpy and uninterested during filming. But others stand behind Megan on the issues with Michael Bay. Her first time working with him was when she was only 15 years old, working as an extra for his movie Bad Boys 2. She was wearing a Stars and Stripes bikini and a red cowboy hat, and Bay had her dance with water being poured on her. Apparently, Bay is known for these over-intimate scenes for women, and since she was only 15, the director's reputation is even more questionable. Either way, Fox had a rough time in Hollywood following Transformers. Number 10. Kiefer Sutherland.
Whether you know him as the action man Jack Bauer from 24 or the blonde vampire David from The Lost Boys, chances are you've probably heard of Kiefer Sutherland.
Despite his successful roles, Sutherland has built a bit of a bad reputation. When Freddie Prinze Jr. played Cole Ortiz on 24 in 2010, he didn't have the best experience with Sutherland. Freddie told ABC News that his time working on the show was awful and that Kiefer was the most unprofessional dude in the world. Other people have commented on Sutherland's apparent lack of professionalism, including Shouré Akdashlo, who appeared on 24 as well. Despite these adverse statements about the actor, Louis Lombardi, who was on the series from 2005 to 2006 as Edgar Stiles, said that his experience with Kiefer was nothing but positive. Number 9. Edward Norton. There's no denying this actor's talent. From American History X to Birdman, there's no question that Norton is a top choice for successful films. He has been nominated for 3 Academy Awards, but that doesn't mean he's easy to work with. When Norton was selected to star as Bruce Banner in The Incredible Hulk, he rewrote the movie before filming began. The director, Louis Leterrier, tried to shoot parts of Norton's and Zach Penn's scripts, which resulted in a bit of a jumbled mess. The executives at Marvel disliked the edit and wanted something more action-packed with less talking, and Norton's version was the opposite. Marvel couldn't stand the actor's unrequested interference, so they didn't bring him back for the Avengers, and Mark Ruffalo was chosen to play the Hulk instead. In fact, rewriting scripts without permission seems to be Norton's downfall as an actor. He did the same thing for Red Dragon, which insulted Ted Talley, who had won an Oscar for his screenplay for Silence of the Lambs. Number 8. Steven Seagal. From Under Siege and Above the Law in the 1980s to 2016's Code of Honor, Steven Seagal has been on the big screen for a long time. But there's no question that he's lost some of his fame over the years, which seems to be the result of a few things. Seagal has often been critical, causing him to lose friends and connections. His reputation was scarred from hosting Saturday Night Live in 1991, and several cast members said that his ideas were horrifying, and he continually complained. In 2011, he and some police officers raided a man's home for his series Steven Seagal: Lawman. During the incident, the homeowner's puppy was fatally injured along with hundreds of roosters. This celeb has also been accused of harassment. He hired a woman in 2010 as an executive assistant, but he said her duties mostly consisted of giving Seagal massages. The actor allegedly also employed 2 Russian women, who were supposed to fulfill his desires at all times. Number 7. William Shatner. Shatner is known for his days playing Kirk on the sci-fi classic Star Trek series. Unfortunately, he's known for more than his acting ability. When he failed to attend Leonard Nimoy's funeral, people reminisced about the feuds Shatner had over the years. Him and Nimoy weren't exactly the best of friends from the beginning, and Shatner was reportedly jealous that his co-star was receiving more mail than him. He even stole other actors' dialogue during the show because he felt he wasn't getting the attention he deserved. Shatner had issues with Nichelle Nichols, who played Uhura, and she almost quit because of him. Nichols only stayed because Martin Luther King Jr. persuaded her to continue the role as someone to look up to for African-American women. George Takei, who portrayed Sulu, also feuded with Shatner. When Takei dissed Shatner on the Comedy Central roast in 2006, it was more severe than the comments most roasters make, and it's no secret that these two never liked each other.
Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, and now back to the video.
Number 6. Shia LaBeouf. He used to be recognized for his roles in Transformers, Holes, and Disturbia, but he seemed to transform into a different person as he picked up fame. LaBeouf turned to alcohol and was dealing with anger problems in the mid-2000s. And he was arrested for the first time in 2005 for a serious confrontation with a neighbor. He has also dealt with other legal problems throughout the years, including drunk driving, trespassing, disorderly conduct, and harassment.
LaBeouf also faced plagiarism accusations for stealing scripts and copying comic books.
After halfway admitting to the allegations, the star came up with a great way to apologize, sitting in a room wearing a paper bag on his head with the words, "I am not famous anymore" written on it. At this point, people everywhere started questioning the actor's sanity. LaBeouf also began growing his beard out and didn't seem to care much about his outward appearance any longer. Nowadays, you'll generally only see him in indie movies and on YouTube. Number 5. Gwyneth Paltrow. This Oscar-winning actress has been in numerous films over the years, including Sliding Doors, Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow, and the Avengers series. But she earned more than just recognition for her talent. Gwyneth Paltrow has also gained negative attention. Some of the adversity comes from her interviews in which she didn't think before speaking. She once told the interviewer that she didn't have many good years left in her at the age of 29. Paltrow also told Elle UK in 2009 that she is who she is, and she wasn't going to pretend to be somebody who makes $25,000 a year. People don't like Paltrow for various other reasons as well, a couple of which include putting her kids on a gluten-free low-carb diet, leaving them hungry, and trash-talking the United States. Number 4. Charlie Sheen. This actor is perhaps most famous for his run on 2.5 Men from 2003 to 2011. Sheen has also been in various successful films like The Three Musketeers and Wall Street. Plus, he's had no problem joking around in movies including Scary Movie 3, 4, and 5. Despite his comedic roles, Sheen is allegedly not so easy to work with. John Cryer, who starred alongside Sheen in 2.5 Men, distanced himself from the actor after he was fired in 2011.
When Charlie checked into rehab that year, he was let go from the series following a meltdown, during of which he insulted the show's creator.
He was replaced by Ashton Kutcher for the next season. Cryer said that his time with Sheen on the show was crazy, and more craziness than he was hoping for. He added that it was difficult seeing Sheen fall back into his old habits after he'd been sober for so long. Cryer also stated that having Charlie in your life is like being on a roller coaster, and he wasn't ready to climb aboard. Number 3. Jennifer Aniston. Aniston is famous for her role as Rachel Green on Friends, as well as various other parts, including We're the Millers, Cake, and The Bounty Hunter. She also gained a significant amount of recognition from her marriage to and divorce from Brad Pitt. Although most people tend to think Aniston is likable, beautiful, and talented, others say that she's cold-hearted and mean. When she was starring in the 1997 film Picture Perfect with Jay Moore, he claimed that working with her was awful, and in fact, she was outright rude to him.
Aniston allegedly degraded him on set after he was chosen for the part.
Moore said that the actress constantly badmouthed him to their co-star, Alina Douglas, and she said that she couldn't believe they picked the one guy that she hated. Number 2. Bruce Willis. Another actor who's known for being difficult is Bruce Willis. He became famous in movies like The Sixth Sense, Die Hard, Pulp Fiction, and Moonlighting. But Willis perhaps became too caught up in the glitz and glamour, and he grew a huge ego. After assuming the fairly small role of Church in The Expendables and The Expendables 2, the director, Sylvester Stallone, cut him from the third installment. Willis had asked for a wage of $1 million per day, and Stallone offered him a total of $3 million for 4 days of filming. Since he felt that Willis's request was excessive, Stallone replaced him with Harrison Ford and sent out a tweet calling Willis greedy and lazy. After filming the 2010 movie Cop Out, the director, Kevin Smith, said that Bruce wasn't exactly Mr. Nice Guy.
At a wrap-up party, Smith gave a speech and thanked everyone but the action star, who he said was a jerk.
Willis allegedly wouldn't take direction on set and refused to do what Smith asked of him regarding his acting. Number 1. Katherine Heigl. Another actress who faced a lot of scrutiny for her alleged bad attitude was Katherine Heigl. You've probably heard of this star from Grey's Anatomy, One for the Money, and Knocked Up, which harmed her career. After filming 2009's Knocked Up, Heigl voiced her opinion on the movie, stating that she believed it was a bit sexist and paints women as shrews, while the men are depicted as lovely, goofy, and fun-loving.
But Heigl added that she enjoyed making the movie and 98% of her experience was wonderful.
The media had a field day with her comments, and people didn't like what she had to say. Heigl's reputation took another hit when she withdrew her name from the Emmys for her work on Grey's Anatomy. She felt that the material she was given for the series wasn't worth an Emmy nomination, which rubbed the writers and producers the wrong way. After essentially slapping the creators of Knocked Up and Grey's Anatomy in the face, Heigl wasn't a sought-after star. But her co-star from Knocked Up, Seth Rogen, said that he doesn't have any bad feelings toward Heigl during an interview with Howard Stern in 2016.
Today's featured comment comes from Catherine on our Pamela Anderson The Shocking True Life Story video. Thanks for your comment, Catherine. Don't forget to leave your thoughts below, and we might feature you in a future video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.